for Bayern Munich, it's going to be a very, very difficult fixture, even if we're at home.
Kairat Almaty in the Champions League, and we do not have
Yeah.
Manchester United. How's it going, guys? The cup games have been revealed. Our opponents in both the Carabao Cup and the actual trophy that would be insane to win, the Champions League.
Yep.
Those fixtures are looking pretty tasty. We have some arch rivals in there. But I think let's start off with the Carabao Cup, Eddie.
Yeah, it was an amazing night of football yesterday. Though Arsenal didn't take part in that round because, we didn't finish so low in the table like the United fans who unfortunately for them, they were knocked out by fourth tier league team in Grimsby. And then we had the live draw where Arsenal was drawn to Port Vale. So Arsenal will be going away to Port Vale sometime in September for the round of fixtures.
At this point, it actually feels really cruel to be trolling Manchester United. It kind of feels like making fun of the disabled. And I don't think it's actually right at this point to continue to troll Man United because they're going through a lot.
The game yesterday, I actually saw the game and it was not a good sight. Even after coming down from 2 goals, they struggled to create. It's as if the players were not familiar with what they want to do on the pitch. And then during towards the end of the game, you see their manager, no feedback from him to the team. And then during the penalty shootout, I can understand that maybe he's not the type that likes, because we have some managers who don't like seeing the shootout. But when the camera pans to him, for a club like Manchester United, you don't want someone who would sulk, go into their shell in a game away
Yep.
to Grimsby, where you should be winning comfortably, but you struggle to come back after going 2 goals down, and then no motivation. If I am the football player and I look to the sideline, I see my manager cowering in his shell.
He has been absolutely destroyed for being on his magnetic tactics board.
Bro, I have
Eddie, you coach a team over there. You coach a youth team. Would you find yourself on the magnetic tactic board during the match?
No, you won't find me. You would only see me use a board, say pre-game and at halftime, and that is if it's really, really needed. I have my little notes where I take notes on something I want to speak about or something I want to correct, and I won't use it because sometimes I understand you want to tinker and profile a solution, but the way it all happened, there's nothing wrong in what he did, right?
The optics were just terrible.
It was just, bro, to Grimsby, it was
Manchester
a nice
United's manager being clueless and having to resort to the magnetic tactic board
against the 4th
Grimsby
division team.
The 4th division Grimsby, that was a grim picture. Let's go quickly look at the Champions League fixtures, right? First game, Bayern Munich.
The main thing with this, what I always say with this system is make sure you win your home games. That is 12 points. Win your home games and then go get as much as you can get away from home. Because finishing top 8, as much as it can make your next round a bit tougher, but it gives you that rest where you don't bother about playing 2 extra games. Yeah, for Bayern Munich, it's gonna be a very, very difficult fixture even if we're at home, because Bayern are a very, very good side. Company has done wonders with them. And the way they play, it's expansive, and you'll definitely find a beautiful game. Inter away, we had the same fixture last season. I think there's bad blood there we need to correct, because the way we lost that game, you could see we really, really played well, but we just lost to a penalty kick. And then the better reunion we'll be having Atletico.
Yeah, there's some subplots in that game.
Yeah, we'll be having them at home to London. And then Club Brugge, that team, people always, when you look at their records in Europe or whether they play in Europa, Champions League, people always tend to, like
Underestimate
understate
them a
their,
bit.
yeah, and they always pull up some shock results. Even during their qualifiers, their result was amazing. So that is a game that is going to be tough, but I expect us to win. Olympiacos at home, I expect us to win. Slavia Prague away, I expect us to win. And then the team from Kazakhstan, Kairat Almaty, I expect us to win it at home.
That is
And
the
then,
first time I am personally hearing of that club.
oh,
Kudos
no,
to
they're
them for
from
making it to the
Kazakhstan.
Champions League.
Yeah,
Ladies and
and that is
gentlemen,
why
we have
this,
Kairat Almaty in the Champions League, and we do not
yeah,
have
yeah.
Manchester United. But please go on.
Not at all. So this is why this new new Champions League system is beautiful. It gives clubs you would not expect chance to, make money, play games, be at a big club.
Yeah.
Look at the progress Bodø Glimt, for instance, of Norway have made in the last few years. They've made it to the Champions League.
Yep.
And looking at our last game, the Athletic Club won. I think we beat them in preseason. Yeah, we did. So that is another game. It's away. It's going to be tough, but I expect. Sincerely, when I look at this, I see 15 points that we shouldn't have an excuse whatsoever. And then from the remaining 3, it is how well we play that will determine how many points we'll take. So basically, the first 3 fixtures, it is how well we play that will determine how many points we get
How
of
we
it. But
progress, right?
yeah, but from the
But
Belgian
I see
team,
us comfortably getting out of this group into the next stages.
yeah,
With the kind of
definitely,
squad we've
definitely.
managed to assemble. Yeah.
My concern is finishing top 8. I want to finish top 8. So if I secure 15 points from Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Kairat, and Athletic,
Yeah.
you need, say, 3 or 4 points. Look, that's judging by last season, 15, between 15 and 18 points should get you into the top 8. It now depends on how high and also your goal difference. Maybe this season might be a bit different with more, more quality across board. So we'll see. It's something to look forward to. Champions League nights.
It's interesting that we're having some Man U fans in Arsenal business. United Amani saying funny thing is you will not make it into the knockouts. Well, first of all, start by not getting knocked out of the League Cup by a tier 4
by
team.
Grimsby.
For starters.
Yeah. That is
Olamide,
something they
another
would always
United
want to.
fan.
Yeah.
Another United fan saying the only win you're getting is against Carabao Almaty. Like, I don't know what it
blame
is
them.
with these
They're
United fans.
grabbing straws. It's all jealousy. Different fan base from different clubs were on to them last night. Even up till this morning, you see the manager having some DJ sets in front of him doing some mixtapes. So it was all fun and banter, and this is why we love the game, right? You there will be a day you will be the one on the stake. For today, it is. For yesterday, it is United. Tomorrow, it might be Chelsea. We don't know. For now,
right?
I am free.
Yeah, I think the general consensus is this is a pretty easy group for us, and I'm hoping that we actually finish top of this table. So we're on paper given the easier game into the knockout stages, especially with the kind of depth we have, the investments that we have made into this team. I think all of that isn't preparing us just for the Premier League, but also for the Champions League, so we can do one better than last season.
We did last season, yeah. I really can't wait for that competition, especially the later stages, because as much as your ability and your team quality is important, your favorable draws can be a huge step for you towards getting that trophy. Because if you finish top 8, you're looking at straight to one round, and then another round, you're already in the semis. Like, it's just, smooth sailing if you get favorable draws. Yeah, these are the fixtures we yearned for when we were in here, right? We want to play the big boys. We had the chance to play Real Madrid last season. We showed what we could do. Now it's Bayern. We played Inter as well last season, and we'll go from there. One day you find yourself in the final, and one set piece away, you're holding
Finally,
the
because
big
that's
ears, as my
literally
friend
the
will call
only
it.
trophy that rival fans have used to taunt us over the years. You never sing that.
Yeah,
You never sing that. Champions of Europe. You never. That's
champions of
literally
Europe.
the only thing all of these other clubs have on us, and it'll be such a sweet, sweet day to witness
But I,
Arsenal
but I, but
finally
I, I
lifting the
always,
Champions
I
League.
always, always argue that because I was once champions of Europe, though it was not the Champions League, but I have a European trophy.
Well, yeah, the argument will be that's
Yeah,
ancient history, but
exactly.
hey.
So although I want the big ears, no doubt, the big ears, like I want to know, it's gonna be amazing having that in your trophy cabinet. We had some news today for Havertz injury.
Oh,
He'll be
really?
doing going in for surgery. Yeah, he'll be going in for surgery. I think
That doesn't
there's no
sound good.
definite time for his return. Yeah, the reports are saying it's not as bad as his last one, but like his last injury in terms of the time he'll be out. But we're expecting from what I think we're expecting around minimum 2 months. So that brings the
That's just
question:
tough luck.
do you get someone in even if it's on loan?
I think the manager and the team would be looking at Gabriel Jesus returning as adequate cover for that. I'll be
Yeah,
very, very
true.
surprised if Arsenal goes in again in the window because I think we
Get
have
someone.
already done amazing business in this.
Mm-hmm.
This has been one of the best summer transfer windows we've had in a long, long time. I'll be very
Yeah.
surprised, even though we still have quite some latitude, some leeway to go before we start hitting FFP thresholds. But I'll be very, very surprised if we go into the market again. Who knows? Since we're now in the business of hijacking, potentially hijack
Yeah,
Isak.
we have I think the Hincapié deal is
Yeah,
leaning
that's
on
pretty much
how
wrapped now.
the Kivio deal goes, and that it's I think it's going to be a loan with some kind of agreements for next season, which makes a lot of sense because it's an
Yep,
expensive deal to do, and yeah,
it is.
I'm okay with whatever body they bring in as far as its quality is just another to help with what we want to achieve this season.
I'm super optimistic for this season, and yeah, we'll take it one game at a time. And the next challenge is all the way at Anfield, where we take on the
Come this
reigning
Sunday, yeah,
champions. Super, super Sunday. We'll leave that to a next video and do a proper
yeah,
deep
yeah.
dive into, match preview
The fixture,
into
yeah.
that game. For now, thank you very much for kicking it with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and just join in the comments. Let us know what you think we will do in the Champions League this season. How many points are in there for us? How many wins do you think we would get? Let's hear what you
Yeah.
think in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you on the next one. Bye, guys.